Hi, I'm John, and this is part 11 of my F1 23 career mode series. And on this part we'll be racing on the legendary Silverstone circuit in the Great Britain. Alright, here we are at Silverstone, and it's looking like it's gonna be a dry weekend for the most part. A slight chance of rain in the race, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we brought some upgrades, but we weren't the only ones, so again, we're gonna have to see how we perform against our closest competitors. But yeah, we are off the back of a good weekend last time around in Austria, with both cars in the points and a career best finish of P6 for myself. So yeah, let's try to keep the good momentum going, and let's try to have a good weekend here in our home race for the team. So yeah, let's jump into qualifying and see how it goes. Alright, let's get to it. Alright. Felt like a pretty good lap. Let's see where that puts us. couple of tenths faster than Alex. That's good. But I feel like some people are gonna improve, so yeah. Let's do one last run at the end here. Teammate status.
They're in 12th, so their best lap time is a 1 minute 28.9.
I messed up.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Verstappen, Hamilton, and Lando Norris. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Alright, decent qualifying. P9 in the end, a couple of tenths faster than my teammate, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Starting in the points, identical time with Oscar, so yeah, I think it gives us a good chance at the race to score some points, so yeah, let's do our best and let's see how the race goes.
Welcome everyone as you join us at a former Second World War aircraft base, now converted into one of the great motor racing tracks. Britain is one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula One World Championship, and long may that continue. This is Silverstone, and this is the British Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Sainz, Leclerc, Russell, Gasly, Perez, Mäkinen, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Tsunoda, Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, Joe, Hülkenberg, De Vries. And Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them.
Yep, no pressure. So 7 laps on the softs and 11 laps on the mediums. Are we sure about that? Alright, let's go for it. I've got a double puncture.
Red flag, no overtaking, and let's get back into the pits, please. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshal...
Yeah, I thought I left enough room on the inside. But apparently not. Well, luckily we're still in the race.
We've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
Yep. Alright. So 8 laps on the mediums, and then 8 laps on the mediums again. That should be doable. Let's do it.
Okay, we'll be getting underway in just a moment. Stand by. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
Copy.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Yep, I'm on it. Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind is 1.4 seconds. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 37.3. Underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
Yeah. Tell me if it gets worse.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Full race update.
Okay, you're in ninth position. Tsunoda's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Ocon behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 3.8 seconds. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps.
I looked up.
Gap ahead is 1.5 seconds.
Yep.
Make a mistake. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.6 seconds.
Copy.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Copy that. Well, that was crazy.
Alexander's coming in for his stop now.
Yep.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
Copy.
go, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
Yep. Good job, guys.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 5.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 10th place. Your last lap time was a 1:55.1.
So they gained about 5 seconds by undercutting.
Car behind, running hard tyres.
Copy. Driver in front.
Bottas is ahead of you now. Our gap to the car in front is 3.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:32.1. We're leading the car behind by 2.3 seconds.
Yeah, they're so much faster on the straights. Copy. Full race update.
Currently P11, currently P11. Bottas ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Stroll behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Our gap to first place is 24.7 seconds. Your pit window is open. Pit window currently open. Come on, just 3 laps to go. 3 laps.
Yep.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Yep, we'll make it.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.7 seconds.
Stroll didn't turn in for the corner. Tires are pretty slippery.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push. Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Plenty of action here at Silverstone, a memorable race and an impressive victory. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. So let's review the drivers' standings. This result then narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Okay, that's it for the race, and yeah, not the result that we would have wanted, but yeah, I'm just thankful for the team that they got me back into the race after the incident on lap 1. And yeah, seeing the replays, I thought I left enough room, but obviously I had no idea that Oscar was there on the inside of George. So yeah, obviously 3 into 1 doesn't really go. So yeah, unfortunate, but yeah, as I said, luckily I stayed in the race. The team did a good job fixing up the car during the red flag, and yeah, obviously there was still some damage left to the floor and to the chassis, so yeah, I had a disadvantage for the rest of the race, but yeah, it was still a fun drive, had some good battles on track, and yeah, at least Alex was in the points, so the team got some points out of this one, even though I didn't quite make it into the top 10, but yeah. Looking at the podium with Lando and Pierre up there, this was definitely one of those races that had potential, had opportunity in it, but yeah, we just weren't able to capitalize on that, at least on my side, so yeah. But anyways, as I said, it was a good fun drive, so yeah, P11 is still not that bad, just 1 position away from the points. So yeah, all in all, I think it was a decent drive with a car that had a hole in it for the entirety of the race. So yeah, can't be too upset about that. So thanks for watching, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to stay tuned for more.